works. You can see my pink shorts. Okay, this is not working. Okay, maybe that'll work. Maybe, possibly. I don't know. Welcome to live remember Cardi privacy. Let's see. Not they got filters on here. Okay, I don't know what minute. Hold on, make sure I turn off. No filter. Um, Live chat. All messages are available. Okay. Hey everybody, welcome in. Give it a few minutes. I'm still trying to figure out how to operate live. So I want to start going live weekly, one night each week. So I'm trying to figure it out. So if you are in here, hey Octavia, go ahead, just y'all can start. You gotta. Okay, Kinetics got a notification. Listen, we doing good. We doing good so far. So far, so good. So I'm trying. I know I said 6 o'clock, but I had to go a little early because I'm trying to figure out. I'm still trying to figure out how to work everything or whatnot. Or what? So if y'all have any questions, y'all can go ahead and start asking them. You don't have to wait on everybody else to show up. They can catch it on the No, never mind, that's the wrong song. I'm about saying refill, but whatever. You replay, refill, it's all the same thing. Actually, it's not the same thing, huh? I got so much to learn about YouTube. If I turn my thing sideways, well, I wonder if it'll still work. I don't know. What's this live for? This live is about anyone who has questions that they don't get from my regular videos and they want more questions about life abroad, in Merida specifically, or questions about my travels or anything they see in my YouTube videos. They can just go ahead and ask them here because, you know, that's the easiest way to reach me right now, because you can ask your question and I can give you a direct response. So yeah, you can go ahead and ask any questions. If you have questions about life in Mexico, life abroad, life in Merida, Mexico specifically, then yeah, you can go for it. Shout out, thank you Kinetics for the super chat. My first super chat, woo woo. Thank you. I got my first one. You know, I was trying to figure out how to how to turn it on. So it's good to know that I did it right, and I appreciate your donation. Tacos on you, okay? We appreciate your donation. So yeah, whatever, if you have any questions about life abroad, if you're looking to move abroad or whatever, please go ahead and was it hard to use the super chat? Or is it a simple process? Like it's just you click and you know what I'm saying, you do like Apple Wallet, or no, you don't have Apple phone, you do Green Bubble, Android Pay or whatever whatever the green people use. Does it just automatically just take you there? You gotta have like a sign up type situation, you know, just let me know if it's easy or hard to use. I don't want something that makes it hard for people to use. Great, I'm definitely moving to Merida next year and have been thinking about moving to Central, but now I'm thinking about living on outskirts. I'm single and don't plan on getting a car. Advice. I got a homegirl. And she lived on the outskirts before I did. And she does not have a car. And she is single, no kids, child, living her best life. And you know, I could reach out to her, ask her if there's some pros and cons, but she says she loves it. I haven't seen her place, but I've seen her place on TikTok and it looks beautiful. I feel like you just get more bang for your buck out here. I pay 1,000 pesos more here than I did at my previous spot. And Yeah, I got what I want. You know, I got what I wanted. Can we have a story about time about a date night in Merida? A specific date night in Merida, or a date that I went on here in Merida before? Motown investor, hey, 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 see, you wanted more. This is the best I can give you. Nope, just click it in the bottom and then click, oh, okay. Tell me about message, but I have to try it again and see message features. Okay, Chris. Oh, okay. Thank you, thank you. A specific story time about a date night? I have not dated a local, if that's what you're asking. I have not dated a local gentleman yet. I have gone on dates. I have gone on dates with gentlemen who flown in from um, have flown in from the states. They flew in. I didn't fly them in, but yeah, I've gone on dates here. Um, One of the first dates I went on here was like March 2022, and we went to Sky City to the Hampsa spot or whatever. So it was when it was new and when I liked it. I'm not a big fan of the Hampsa, the Lebanese spot anymore. I feel like their food quality has just gone down. It's not as good as I remember. The drinks are still cute. I feel like it's a good grab drinks with your people kind of spot. I don't feel like it's a good food spot. So yeah, we went there. You know, did the whole dress up thing, but I don't know, girl. Date night. Can you tell too much of my business on here? But yeah, I mean, the locals are too. Oh, my realtor information? Yeah, you can have my realtor information. I am going to. Her name is Kiyako. Are you on the Are you on Facebook? If you're on Facebook, I tell you this. Send me a message. It's Bad Luck Kitty on Facebook, and I can send it to you faster on there. Okay, the locals are too short for me. Now, see, don't be sleeping on the locals, man. Don't be sleeping on the locals. Some of them. How tall are you? How tall are you? I think that's what it comes down to, right? Because I'm 5'10". So if I say they too short for me, it's kind of like they are too short. Um, so that's kind of, you know, that's kind of like they are short. Hello from Montreal. Oh, hi from Montreal. Hey. Not on Facebook, only TikTok. Girl, don't message me on TikTok. Go to, I have house hunting videos. I don't know if you follow me or not or whatever, but if you go to my house hunting videos, and if you go to my recent video that I talk about realtors, you know, if you do need a realtor here, you can go to that and her information is in there. I wonder if I can copy and paste on here. Let's see, y'all. Let me see. I'm new, y'all. I'm new. I'm working on getting better about things on here, and learning how to use the platform better, for all of us, for everybody. You just started following me. Oh, thank you. Muchas gracias. Oh, okay, here we go. Are you on Instagram? Because she's on Instagram. Let's see if I can copy and paste. She's also on YouTube. Here, let me see if I can copy and paste this. So we can all get on one accord. I would never guess you were 5'10". Okay, Lana. You 5'10". I'm 5'10". Oh, okay, I'm 5'9" 3/4. But who's about to go around? Who about to go around and say that? But yeah, I'm 5'9" 3/4. So, you know, in the army, I was in the army, they just rounded up to 5'10". But, and I'm always in heels if I'm going out or, you know, anything just kind of casual. So, not too casual. Yeah, oh, that's the wrong video. I'm gonna wear heels, so I just go with the I'm 5'10". Oh, you 5'10" too, Steve. Yeah, you might. I don't know. There's some local, you know, there's some not local guys. There are Mexicans that are not native to Merida that are taller. Out, you know, that you can, you know, you could sample, try. There are black men here. There's also Dominicans here and Haitians. and Africans, Nigerians here. So, you know what I'm saying? You know, you can shop around. You know, if that's what you're looking for in particular. Okay, I added. Let me see if it pops up. Okay, I added her YouTube and her Instagram information in the chat. Hopefully you can see that, Octavia. And yeah, I added it in there. Am I gonna start a membership for your channel? I don't know what I would include in the membership. What would the membership include that I don't already? So that's the thing with the membership, is you have to have something exclusive to give to the people. I don't have nothing exclusive to give y'all. So I don't like wasting people's money, because I wouldn't want my money wasted. So I don't know if I'm gonna have a membership. Would I consider another? Oh, hello from Kansas City, Missouri. Hello, Kansas City, Missouri. Welcome, welcome. Come on in. Ask some questions if you got them. I'll be on here for about an hour and a half. We'll see how long my kids let me have this live. And you're welcome, Octavia. Would I consider another city besides Merida in the future? As a mom, probably not. Mom, me, no. Since, you know, super single, me, no kids. Psh, the world is mine at that point. But for my child's sake, and try to give her some stability, not have her too nomadic, because that would, if we move again, it would be her the third move in 4 years. I don't do that. That's why I didn't have kids in the military. I didn't want them to move around a lot. Let me know if y'all can hear me. I don't have my mic hooked up. As y'all know, me and my mic, you know, we get separated often. But in Merida, I feel safe with her. I feel safe. She feels safe here. So I think it's best we just stay here. We've made a little community here, and she has friends, and you know, we, you know, kind of have a little tribe going on here. So I think it works for us. I love Mexico City, but it's crowded and it's dirty, and the air pollution is horrible. Puerto Vallarta, I would move over there, but I don't like the ocean that much. That's the only thing. I don't like the ocean that much. It's a little more pricey. But yeah, I mean, I'm open to it. Thinking of buying a house in Merida. Ooh, where would you buy a house at in Merida if you were gonna buy a house here? What area are you thinking of buying a house? May Haven. Planning to move next year. Okay, what area are you planning to move to next year? Y'all, I'm drinking mineral. I'm drinking Cristal, okay? Mineral, agua mineral, okay? Mineral water. I just put it in a wide mouth glass. So it's easier to drink instead of trying to drink bottles on live. During the summer, Canadian winters are brutal and very cold. Yeah, I couldn't go to, I couldn't do Canada. There's no part in Canada that just stays warm long enough for me. I can't do it. Looking outside the purpose, yeah. You get the best bang for your buck. The best thing to do is to look outside the loop, like Guadalajara, but Merida has nice homes for great price, so undecided. What did you like about Guadalajara? Everybody keeps asking me to go to Guadalajara. Go to Guadalajara, go to Guadalajara. I'm gonna go to Guadalajara. I might make a trip there. I might make a trip there. I need to find somebody in Guadalajara that can give me like the lowdown on Guadalajara. Not like, you know, because if you go there on some touristy stuff, you won't get touristy stuff, you know. But if everybody's asking, like, would you consider Guadalajara? I would need somebody that knows the area. They don't have to be there, but they could give me enough information to kind of put like an itinerary together for me to help me get through it, so I could, you know, so I could do it. Ecuador is nice if you like living on the beach. There's a reason why I didn't pick Ecuador a long time ago. Can't remember why right now, but I remember Ecuador was marked off. It was marked off very quickly too, and I can't remember why right now. Lots of food options, big city living a bit more modern, but there was a lot of graffiti. Yeah, they call it the most Americanized city in Mexico, from what I understand. I hear you can still like you can use um, dollars to pay for things there. You know, like you don't like if you don't have pesos, and like, oh, okay, we say dollars. It was like that in Cancun. I checked into the hotel and the lady was like, It's $3." And I was like, huh? And I had been here a whole year. I had not been to the States, and I've been here a whole year. And I was like, huh? I was like, how many? She was like, oh. And she was like, oh, it's like 40 something pesos. I was like, oh, okay, thank you. Because I was just so confused. Like, why are you telling me dollars? Because I have no clue. Like, we're in Mexico. My mind doesn't even work in dollars anymore. Anytime I see something that's in dollars, like on Facebook and like the Facebook groups or whatever, I'm like, red flags. You be like red flags everywhere. I'm like, I'm not doing it. I'm not doing it. I'm not doing it. Guadalajara, apparently the men are tall and beautiful. They say tall and beautiful. What they feeding them in Guadalajara? They got them so tall and beautiful. And who said they tall and beautiful? Do y'all know they tall and beautiful? Did y'all see them tall and beautiful, or you heard they was tall and beautiful? That's because that sounds like a magic unicorn for me. I don't know about that. Healthy but like the corner. Okay. See, y'all over here having a private conversation. Y'all go ahead. I don't care. I can't smoke in Mexico. It would be sad. You can't smoke. What? Which of the lettuces are you trying to smoke? Look at my puppy, y'all. Look at my baby. He being good right now. Depends on the type of lettuce you trying to smoke. I ain't gonna tell you you can smoke the devil's lettuce here, but plenty of people smoke the devil's lettuce here. It's not illegal, but it's not legal. It's like in limbo, if you get what I'm saying. Like they passed the law, but they didn't fully pass the law because the pandemonium happened or something like that. So I don't know, do with that information what you will. Don't say Kitty said we can smoke the devil's lettuce. Don't say that. I just say I heard people smoke the devil's lettuce fine and don't have issues. I'm not saying they puff it right in front of the police or anything, but I'm just saying, again, do with that information what you will. I heard they look good, never been, but be my next stop. Girl, go and see, and then come back to the live and tell all of us if what you heard was true. Because sometimes you be hearing stuff that ain't true, but if you get there and it's the truth, you better come tell me, or we gonna have problems. Because I want to know too. I know some other people that want to know. I know a lot of people that want to know. The best thing you can do is get some specific addresses, blocks, venues, things like that. That way, when we passing the information along, we're passing it along, with the most accurate information. You know what I'm saying? Because we don't want to, don't be like, oh yeah, they up there. No, you need to be like, they up there. They on Calle 22. They at the blue building with the coffee shop on the corner. Like, you gotta be very as specific as you know what you should do. Take a video and then take a picture, because the picture is gonna geographically stamp where you was at, and that's good. The video will too, but the video is gonna help us, to see what the surroundings are, just in case. We want to cross all our T's and dot all our I's in this situation. This is a, this is a public emergency. We might be solving a crisis. I don't know. I'm just saying. No. I don't know. Y'all don't ask me. I don't know. Dating is a big topic for people. I guess. I want to be in a relationship, but it happened. I feel like, I'm not saying I want him to break in my house and come find me or anything, but if I'm out, you know what I'm saying, and it happens, that's cool. Has it been okay if you don't speak fluent Spanish? Now, when I got here last year, I said I spoke survival Spanish, and now that I'm looking at it, I spoke ragtag Spanish. Now I'm on the survival Spanish mode, almost coming up on 21 months. That sounds so weird, but almost 2 years. And I do take Spanish classes, and I do the best I can to talk to the locals, and I ask questions, and my Spanish has improved. So not being fluent, I think you do fine. Then you will notice a lot of people here speak English. A lot of people speak English. A lot of people speak English. So you know, you you'll do fine if you're comfortable. I want to be better at Spanish, so that's why I take classes. That's why I work to learn it better. But if you just kind of like, it's whatever for me, you'll still be okay. I know plenty of people that don't speak Spanish and aren't willing to learn. They still get around just fine. Your place looks very nice. Thanks. I've been working on getting some decor pieces up and stop living in just a shell of a house. But it's been some things, that's kind of like slowed me down for getting things the way I want it. I hope it's true. Men in Montreal are dusty. Not the men in Montreal are dusty. Montreal, do tell how they get dusty. How they dusty? Like, what do they do that's so dusty? Ooh, do tell. Maybe they're dusty because they are working carpentry jobs. What? Where did that even come from? See, yo hablo poquito español. Where the locals would be weird. Some of them are angry at us for being there, so I don't think. Girl, I think that's a myth. I'm gonna just be honest. I think it's a myth about them being angry. I don't think listen, the other day, there I was sitting on my sofa with my fluffy dog, and somebody knocks on the door. We've been here at that point, I don't know, 3 weeks, 2 weeks, 3 weeks, I don't know. And it was 2 ladies and a little girl. And they're like, hi, is that your daughter upstairs? And I'm like, yeah, strange lady. And she was like, oh, this is my daughter, says her name. And she was like, she wanted to know if she wanted to be friends. I'm like, I'm kind of like a little slow about it. I'm like, okay. And she's like, we saw her in her window, because her windows are floor to ceiling. We don't have coverings yet. And she says, we thought that you were just staying here like in the Airbnb, but this week we see you're still here. We want to know if you want to exchange information. So I'm like, okay, cool. She was like, yeah, we can go to the park, because in my provider there's a skate park and 2 different parks, basketball park, all that good stuff here. And she was like, yeah, we can ride bikes, and they were just so cool. And I was just like, okay. Neighbors across the street, same thing. Same thing, helped me out with everything. My old neighborhood that I just left from, yesterday I got picked up by an Uber driver who was my old neighbor in my neighborhood. He's like, oh, you don't live over there anymore. I saw, when you were moving and everything. He was like, I didn't get to, reach out to you, where you at now. We having a whole little chit chat in the Uber. He was taking us to a restaurant. And I'm telling my friend, because there was an incident with this woman where they put her on blast in the community Facebook group. And I said, I would just die. I would just die, because I met, not all of them, like every single name, but I knew a good chunk of them. And I was like, I would just die. I have not felt like an outsider. Now people say, oh, they subconsciously hate black people. Like, they just won't say it to your face. Baby, listen, they hiding it better than some people in the United States. I'm about to say something, but you know what I'm saying? Them extremely light people in the United States, they can't hide it that well. If they try to befriend you, it's always give our way. Like, they won't fully touch your hand or something like that. But I have not felt like that. I know people have their stories, and I know things happen, and I'm not saying to minimize their situations, but I have not had that problem. I personally don't know anybody that has had those type of issues. So it is what it is. Everybody has been very welcoming and friendly to me and my daughter. I don't know. So do with that what you will. I like me there. No, everyone loves us but the U.S. I believe that. UPS people. If they were dusty because they can build something, I would take that any day. Facts. I'm married to a black woman, so we moved to Merida. They better not be angry with my family or me. No, I don't think. I don't think that, like, too often is it welcoming or embrace. Like sometimes, you know, like staring, you know, curious, you know, curiosity, you know, if anything. Let's see here. Where in the world loves us, but the U.S. don't love you. People married are very welcoming. They sure are. I'm so happy to hear. Yeah, I don't. I mean, I get it. I know Mexico City is going through some things with the Great Migration, but Texas is also going through the same thing because the cost of living in California is so astronomical. So people are fleeing fleeing California in droves. I was one of those people. I left Los Angeles and went to Dallas in 2019. Yeah, in 2019, I went to Dallas from Los Angeles. So you can't pay somebody in what, you know, the rest of the world is considered a good living, and then in LA you just barely making it. you like you're not the working poor, and you're not the poor. You just you know what I'm saying, you one sneeze away from the poor. You know, you just, it was crazy. Yeah. Well, I like the artwork on your wall. Thank you. This artwork, and I have another piece that's upstairs. This lady used to live in, I don't want to say the country wrong. I want to say Zimbabwe or something like that. And she lived there, and she got the art there, and they're signed. And when she moved to Merida, she brought the art with her. They were moving to Australia or something like that, and so they sold all the bigger pieces or whatever. And so that's how I ended up with this piece and the other piece that's upstairs. So could be a famous artist. I don't know. I never looked up the artist, but I love it, especially here in Merida. You know, as much as I love being here in Merida amongst the, you know, the Mexican and Mayan culture, you know what I'm saying? I still love me some black people. So what made me want to move to Merida? Safety. Number one, safety. Well, actually, number one was I didn't want to work anymore, and I wanted to homeschool my daughter, and I had to figure out how to do that and still survive. So I started researching places that with more affordable living. Bali was a top option for me, but you can't take doggies there, and I got my little puppy, so I was like, can't go there, and then just kept looking, and Merida popped up, and that's what happened. And the safety is what put Merida all the way at the top of the list, was the safety factor. What's the name of your blush? It is Juvia's Place. It's the blush palette. It's the Nubian, I believe. It's the Nubian blush palette. I can't think of the specific color. Like, I'll have to come back and answer your after and tell you the specific name from that palette. But you know, it's the only pink one on that palette. But it's the Juvia's Place Nubian blush palette. Yeah. That's why I didn't choose Bali either. Can't take my cats. Yeah, they don't. They don't allow any animals onto the island. They don't care if it's a service animal, emotional support animal, your CNI bat. They don't allow anybody to bring animals. What's the Texas Roadhouse taste like there? It tastes the exact same. The Texas Roadhouse here tastes the exact same. I had it for the first time over the Christmas break. It was the exact same, not missing, it didn't miss anything. Honey butter rolls was the same, the ribs was the same, the sauce I was surprised. You know, I don't know how they're doing it, but it's the exact same. Maybe some other people, if they've had it, can chime in. I don't know, maybe I was deprived and thought it tasted the same, but it tasted the exact same. It tasted the exact same. But that's the only time I've been to. That was the first and the last time I went. Not that there's anything wrong with it, it's just, I just haven't been there. Do you have hobbies to have fun in Merida? Yeah. Yeah, I try to do some of everything. In my, we do some of everything. the other day I was out with my friend. She was looking house hunting, and we came upon a aerial trapeze gym, and they have kids that start at 10 years old. My baby just turned 10 last week, so yeah, we're gonna start. We're gonna start doing that. Start going to aerial classes once a week, and I garden. I garden. I have friends. I take Spanish classes. I don't know, whatever. We go to the beach. We do all kinds of stuff. Just I don't know, all type of stuff. It's always something here. Seeing our bed. I'm telling you, you can't say nothing on the island. Talk about your process of renting your home. Like, what was the required and how you found it. I found it using Kiafa. She was my realtor. And renting, the process of renting. I put a deposit down to hold the place. It was 1 month's rent. And then I gave, when I went on vacation in between the process, because they had a few things to fix. This is a brand new house. No one else has lived here. That doesn't make it great now. Y'all gonna have to wait for my video on Sunday, because there are some areas of improvement when moving into new builds. So they had some things that they were still finalizing on the place, as far as things, installing things or whatever. So I went on vacation. I came back, moved in. I had to pay the notary fee, which was 5,000 pesos, and 2 months my 1 month rent, and then the other month of deposit. And what else? The utilities were already connected, so all I have to do is pick those up when the bills come. My water is well water here, so I don't have a water bill here. And what else? I got my internet is satellite internet. Got it connected here. My neighbors actually put me on to who the people is, and the packages and all that other stuff. So yeah, it's a pretty straightforward process. There are websites like Easy Broker and Muebles24.com. You can look on there, and Facebook Marketplace as well. You can look on there and find a house on your own. You don't have to go through a realtor if you don't want to. How's the Maya train going? Probably like any other thing being built in the Yucatan, they probably going, I'm not riding it the first 180 days. I'm not riding it. Even though they do say that the architects and builders come from all over Mexico, but I do know that they said they wanted a large portion of people to be hired from Quintana Roo and Yucatan and Campeche. I don't know, baby. Listen, my experience in this house leads me to believe that they need to get the king size. You know what I'm saying? It's like the Apple product. You don't go get the first one when you know what I'm saying? You gotta let it marinate a little bit. Yeah, I need stuff built in Yucatan to marinate a little bit before I go to jumping. Yeah, I'm not jumping on it. I'm gonna give it the first 180 days, but I hear it's coming along just fine. I'm not for it, and I'm also not against it. I know it's something that's out of my control. I have no power or control over whether or not the train is going to happen. And I know whether I ride it or don't ride it, it's still gonna operate. So, I'm just kind of indifferent. I wish they had taken a little more care in building it because of the things that they're finding, the jaguar habitation and other animals' habitat, as well as the ruins that they're running over. But again, it's kind of one of the things I can't do anything about it. How much family of four you think can spend on a monthly basis on basic with no rent? I can't be the one to answer that. I can't be the one to answer that. Do you eat out a lot, or do you cook at home a lot? When you cook at home, what do you eat a lot of? Do you eat a lot of meats, or do you eat a lot of fruits, vegetables? Do you like your U.S. luxuries? You know what I'm talking about? Like my daughter has these chips, and they're 140 pesos, and we get them here and there. Do you need those every week? Is that the top of your list? You know what I'm saying? It's certain things. Like groceries here can be costly if you're a meat eater. Everybody's like, oh, groceries here are so high. We don't eat a lot of meats at our house, so groceries are not high to me. But then other people that have to have a meat with every meal, groceries is high to them. So I don't know. I can't really answer that. In addition to, do you like to go out? How often do you go out? How often do you do things? Like, I don't know. Don't ask me. I can't be the one to answer that. I know my budget is very low. We don't live a very expensive lifestyle. What's going on in Merida tonight? I don't know. I don't think anything today. Well, hold on. It's Thursday. Yeah, I don't think anything is going on today in Merida that I know of. Do you think you can make it with? Yeah, you can make it with that. And that's not including rent. Yeah, you'll be fine. You will be fine. Yeah, I think that's fine. Hold on, USD or pesos? Because you know, somebody's gonna be something one time and they was 100 pesos, and I was just confused. Is that USD or pesos? Because if it's USD, you'll be fine. You'll be better than fine. If you're talking about pesos, no, you're not gonna be fine. Oh, okay, yeah. Okay, if it's dollars, you'll be fine. You definitely will be fine. I say come and try it out. Try it out for a week. I'm gonna say, like, for me, one thing I didn't take into consideration in moving, right? I packed up the stuff like my seasonings and stuff like that, but when the rat got into my storage, that was one of the things that went into the trash, right? So I had to replace things like salt and pepper and baking soda and all those stuff like that. I didn't realize how much that stuff was, you know, like I felt like I'm starting over from scratch with a lot of things, and I spent a lot more money on groceries this month than I typically would have, you know, had I not had that incident with the rat. Oh my God. Oh, thank you, Randa. Thank you. Random question. What month did you move in? I think I'm going to end my lease early and move next fall. I moved originally last year. I moved here in January. And then in January, I just moved into this place in August, beginning of August. No way, River Rat. I'm confused. What's River Rat? Bury your soul. My soul? Jay, you don't see my soul. It might be a little dog. Oh Lord, here we go. Oh, you're a. Might be a troll. I don't know how to work this, so I don't know how to you that eat, you staff. I don't know. I'm confused, y'all. I don't know what's going on. I'm confused. Never mind. I'm sorry, y'all. I'm lost. There's a lot going on. I don't know how to fix this. He was calling you a rat that ate your stuff, a river rat. Oh, a river rat. Somebody said, oh, it probably wasn't a rat. It probably was it probably wasn't a mouse. It was a field rat. Yeah, I don't know the difference. They all cousins, and they told my stuff. Like, I get it now. Thank you, Maid Haven. I appreciate it. I'm a little slow, y'all. Sorry, but yeah, that rat. I was like, yeah, it probably wasn't a mouse. It probably was a field rat. Is there a difference? I mean, I know there's a difference in like size and where they live and stuff, but listen, the damage was done. You know, the damage. There was no turning back from what he had done, or he or she. You know, you won't discriminate. You know what he was doing. English is my second language. It's okay, and you know it's supposed to be my first, but sometimes I struggle with it too. It's alright. No worries. But yeah, she tipsy on that water, y'all. I'm not tipsy on no water. This is Cristal. It's close as I'm gonna get tonight to something bubbly. It's some Cristal. I wish I had some lemon, but all I got is apples, so I can't put like a lemon squeeze in it. That's what makes it real good. We put the lemon squeeze in it. But yeah, we gotta say apples and bananas. So yes, anybody have, we've been on 40 minutes. Anybody has any questions, this is the best time to ask, because y'all know I'm horrible with my comments and my messages. I don't mean no shade, it's just, you know, that's just how it happened with me. I'd rather be doing other things than on social media most of the time. Merida wasn't that hot when I came in March this year. Maybe it's just me. It's gotta be just you. It's gotta be just you. Merida in March, what, beginning of March? If it was the beginning of March, like that first week of March, it was a trick. If it was like that first week of March, that was a trick. That was a setup for the rest of March, in April, in May, and even the first week of June, we had like really, or was it the second? I don't know, but sometime in June we had really unusually hot weather. Like it was ridiculous. When will you do this live chat again? Okay, so I'm thinking I'm gonna either do them Wednesdays or Thursday nights at 6:30 Mountain Standard Time. Either Wednesdays or Thursdays. I don't know which is better. So I'm gonna try and figure out a schedule and find something and I'm gonna stick to it. I think that's the thing, right? And try and do it at least once a week here. And see how that works out for answering questions and talking about whatever that goes on. Thursday is better for you. Well, you're the only person putting in a vote so far, so Thursday can be Thursday can be. This Thursday, I think Thursday is better for me too. The first live I did was on a Friday, but it was just kind of like just a spur of the moment type thing. Today was kind of a spur of the moment too. I said I was gonna do Wednesdays, but we usually go to the park. They have skate night on Wednesdays, and even though we haven't been doing it lately because everybody was traveling for the summer, I'm sure it's gonna pick back up here real soon. When is daylight savings time? We don't have daylight saving here in Merida. We are forever stuck in this one vortex of time. So yeah, we don't have daylight saving. So I guess it would be like in October, right? Let's see, daylight savings USA. The USA kept their daylight savings information. I know they were talking about canceling it too. So it's supposed to be Sunday, November 5th in the US for daylight savings when it's supposed to fall back. We don't have daylight saving here in Merida anymore, so we're forever on this wavelength. Which is cool because the days end and the sun goes down sooner, and you can actually do stuff with the sun down sooner because it's not as hot. It's not as hot like that. Thursday is great. Okay, Thursdays. So Thursdays at 6. That's what the people voting on. Okay, I can dig it. Thursdays at 6 o'clock. Do the best I can. Holding that. And watch something really good is gonna pop up next week. Thursday at 6 o'clock. I don't know what it's gonna be, but it's gonna be something good to throw me off schedule. But hopefully we can stick to Thursdays. What time is it now in Merida? It is 6:41 p.m. We're Mountain Standard Time, I believe. Yeah, we're Mountain Standard. I think we stay on Mountain Standard. Are many people still moving to Merida? I think so. I think so. I don't know. It's also like what they call snowbird season. So all the people from up north in cold weather climates this is their normal migratory time frame to start hitting here September, October to get out to miss the winter. So it's gonna be a lot more people start coming at this time. I don't know. Sometimes I was like, oh, it's always people. It's always a lot of people coming, I also feel like it's always a lot of people leaving. I feel like it's very transient here. And a part of me thinks like, oh, I can't believe this person is leaving. But then another part of me is like, it's always somebody leaving. It's always somebody leaving Merida, good or bad. Some people come here and they're just like, they just want a good launching spot to start their travel, um, to other places. Because Merida definitely, just stop. Merida can definitely get you settled into Mexico. It's if you've never been to other parts of Mexico, Merida is a good launching spot. And then I know other families are coming here just to see, hey, can we make it abroad? And then once they figure out, oh yeah, we can do this, they move on. They move on. And then some people come here and figure out, hey, I can't do this, and they gotta, return back to, their home of origin. So it's options. A lot of people leave for different reasons. That's true. More people leave than they think. Yeah, a lot of people leave. A lot of people come, a lot of people leave. And then the food in Merida was so good. Oh my God. I don't agree with that. I don't like the food in Merida. I'm one of the people that's like not a fan of the food in Merida. But it's not bad enough. I was house hunting with my friend yesterday, and she had a house that was in my old neighborhood. And she had looked at a house that was in my old neighborhood, and I was like, oh yeah, that place has the best tamales. And that place, oh my God, they make like these bomb ribs, and they sell chicken. It's by the kilogram. And I'm telling her all the food spots. I'm like, ooh, like I might be a little fat kid, because I kept pointing out all the food spots. All the food spots. I was like, oh, and you can go there and get your fruit, and they do the pressed juices. And then across the street, it's like the health food store, you know what I'm saying? If you want like your coconut flowers and all that. Sarah, stop. So yeah, need to go to Guadalajara. You love the food there. I hear the food in Guadalajara is really good. I need some people from Guadalajara. See, people moving. Why the food place from Guadalajara hasn't moved here? No, I mean it's good for me. One thing that's been beneficial to moving where I am now is I'm not by all those places. And since I've been here, I've lost 6 pounds. So that's been to my benefit to move away from all, because I don't have good discipline. I really don't. I gotta work on it. Like I can work out every day, but we already know you can't outwork a bad diet. And I was not outworking that bad diet, honey. I was not at all. Not at all. That's a lack of options actually, but yeah. Until I can, get some real discipline about myself, just being in isolation and only having the food that I buy. I mean, there is like a food, but I haven't been to it yet, so I don't know if it's good or bad. It could be great. I hope. Never mind. I just haven't been there yet. So having what I have available to me in the house and making good decisions when we go to the grocery store has been to my benefit. So yeah, we keep working on it. Keep working on it. So yeah, if anybody has any more questions, it's 7:41. 7:41. So you're Central Time Zone. 7:41, it's an hour ahead. House prices. If I want to buy a 150K home, you think it is available or it's average? I don't know about the home purchasing process. I know I had a friend buy her home for 30-something thousand. She got her a cute little house and then had her pool put in. I think she paid like 8 for the pool to be put in. So, yeah, I don't know. Yep, she did. And then she was like, oh, I'm not a big fan of my neighborhood. And I was like, oh, okay. Next time I see, girl, I love it. I love it here. Da, 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 da. I was like, oh, okay. She was like, yeah, it's this on this corner, that on that corner. My neighbors is this and that and that. And next thing you know, she fell in love. She fell in love with her neighborhood. So, yeah, I think you can get some 150,000. Another couple I know, they just bought out a little further out, and her house is not in the north. Her house is just south of Central. It's one of the neighborhoods of Central, actually. Um, but a family I know, they just bought a house or bought land, and they're having container homes built. They're doing a container home thing, and I think that they're well under 150. Yep. So definitely doable. They're in the north. Um, they're in just outside of Concal. They say they're 10 minutes to their kid. Their kids go to Smartium, the school, the international school here. So they say they're 10 minutes from the school and all that and whatnot. And they joined the community group, and they was like, it's everything on here. I'm telling you, your community Facebook page is everything that you need. That is the plug. Your community Facebook page or WhatsApp group. You just gotta get plugged in. Once you get plugged in, you're done. Somebody put a question mark. I don't know. I have to check that later. But it depends on if you need to be, if you want to be in the north or you want to be central, or you can also go like to Cocktail. I know that they have houses out there that's in that range as well. It's about 5K for a pool. Yep, depending on of course if you want all the extras and stuff like that, then yeah, you gotta pay for it. Stuff like that. What's up, baby? Yeah. Um. So yeah, it depends. I'm so excited to move now, because of this fight. Now don't move down here on my recommendation. Get down here and you hate it. Hey, Kitty misled me. Somebody said that before, but they were like, the one girl, she was hyping it up like it was so great, and I got there and it was horrible. I was like, she was like, she frightened. Her life ain't that good. I'm like, wow. I didn't know my life was a I didn't know my life was a sham. When it's my real life, like I live it every day. Do you see Americans driving cars with U.S. plates? Yes. Yes, I do. U.S. plates. I saw some Canadian plates the other day, and then you know how you see it one time and then you see it again and again and again. I'm like, y'all drove all the way here. But yeah, I see the plates. I've been planning for 2 years. I bet all right. You're gonna love it. If you've been doing your due diligence, planning, research, things like that. If you already sat on it, you already visited, and you said the heat wasn't that bad, you're gonna be just fine. The heat is not that bad to me either. I enjoy the heat. We're warm people. We like it to be warm and toasty. We don't like it cold. When it was like the end of December, early January last year, and it was like down in the 50s, it was miserable. Had found out one of the air conditioners had the had the heater option in the guest bedroom. Man, we was in the guest bedroom because it had the heat option because it was cold to us. It was so real life was that cold? No, it was not cold. But was it cold to us? Yeah, it was cold. It was cold. You're welcome. No problem. I try to do the best I can to answer questions. Bring your Jeep. Bring your Jeep. Good rest of your evening. Good night, everyone. What will next week? Thursday live chat. I don't know. Y'all think I should pick a topic and discuss a topic, or just make it open? I can discuss topics if that's easier. But I have nothing yet. Do you have a car? I couldn't stand taking Ubers. I don't have a car yet. I'm gonna get a car probably end of November. I have to go back and get my driver's license. I got it when I was in the States. I renewed it and then they mailed it, but it didn't make it before I left. So I have to go back and get my driver's license. I'm kind of scared to have it mailed here. I don't want to have it mailed, so I don't mind taking Ubers. The Ubers don't bother me. The cost of the Uber versus the cost of a car is like, what's the ratio of expat women to expat men? More women than men. A lot more women than men. Hello all, I'm late. It wasn't planned. It wasn't scheduled. You're not late, but welcome. Come on in. I'm antisocial. Oh, see, I be in there. I hate when they want to practice their English and I'm trying to practice my Spanish. I'm talking to them in Spanish, they responding in English. I'm like, man, don't do that. Like, my kids just went. It's dark outside. My kids just went out the front door for something. I don't know. Well, one came back, and the other came back. I don't know. Y'all say y'all antisocial. Oh, y'all don't be like that. You carried this whole conversation. You can't be that antisocial. Social. Adios, amigas, enemigos. Oh, adios, Victor. Buenas noches. Yeah. I just, I enjoy the Ubers, and cost of gas is higher here. It's kind of on par, what I feel like, with the LA price of gas, because they sell it by the liter. So, when you do the math, when you do the math and the math get the math in, it's on par with the price of gas in LA. So I don't necessarily want to pay. I don't want to pay for gas. I don't pay for insurance. Even though you only pay one insurance bill and you pay for the whole year here, I enjoy that. I do think I'll like that better than having to remember to pay it monthly or bi-monthly or every 6 months type situation. So that's a good thing. Yeah, I don't want to deal with that. What is it with everyone asking about dating? Man, Jax, I personally feel like if you're looking for it, it can happen. Let me tell you that. If you're looking for it, it can happen. The couple times I have jumped on the dating sites, like I'm gonna do it. I jump right back. I jump in and I jump back out. You want to go to drinks tomorrow? Are you down for dinner tonight? You want to go dancing tomorrow? I mean, it's none of that stuff in the U.S. where they want to be your friend for 6 weeks before they want to take you for ice cream. They be like, ready. I be like, oh, okay. I wasn't ready. I'm trying to ease myself into it. So I think it's just a natural thing. Like, nobody wants to be alone, How do you get your puppy to the vet? I put him in his carrier and I get in the Uber and take him to the vet. Some people say they don't allow dogs in the car. I have not had that had that issue. You can also, some vets will also come to you. There's also vets that will come pick up. So it's up to you. But yeah, I get right on in the Uber with him in his carrier, and he be whining too. Oh my God, it's so sad. He act like he's just so mistreated when he's in his carrier. But I do keep him in his carrier the entire time. I'm past that stage in life already. I do not want to deal with anyone. Aw. I don't want to deal with anyone, but I want to coexist with someone. If I got to deal with them, I don't want to deal with them. But someone to share life with and to coexist with, that's something I definitely would enjoy. But my biggest problem is I'm a whole vibe by myself. So you can't come over here with no shenanigans. You gotta come over here with your act together. I'm moving to Mexico in late October 2023. Ooh, come on now. Twin daughters. How old are your daughters? I'll be in America for about 2 months before I go spend some time in Querétaro. Okay, how old are your daughters? I just applied for my children's passports. Yeah, you gotta apply. They say it's taking a minute to get passports back now, 6 to 8 weeks or something like that for passports. I don't know what mine is. I probably need to actually look at my passport and figure out when it expires so I can get on that when it comes time. 4. Oh, that's the fun stage. My baby just turned 10, honey. She do her own thing. 4, they still they still, you know, fun. 10, she's just like doing her own thing. If it wasn't for Merida, I'd be going to curriculum. Um, I only heard about it when Kinetics told me about it. I didn't even know Querétaro existed. It never came up in my YouTube searches or anything. Oklahoma, they said 4 months. That sounds like some Oklahoma. That sounds like some Oklahoma stuff. That sound, my family lives in Oklahoma. That sounds like some Oklahoma mess. They slow with everything. Yeah. Sounds like something from Oklahoma. But yeah. Oklahoma. Makes sense. My dog's staring at me. But yeah, if y'all have any questions, go ahead and ask. Go ahead and ask them. Before I jump off here, I don't want to miss anybody's. I don't want to miss anybody's questions today due to the heat. What's in Querétaro that's so? What's the word? That would make you win over Merida's heat? What's there? Do they have beaches and all that other good stuff? Or I've never even. I'm gonna start watching YouTubes on it and look and be like, move back. No, I'm playing. Maybe. Do they have an international airport? I don't know. Do you live near a gym? My provider has a gym. Where I used to live, I lived next to I don't know how many gyms. There was a gym on every corner over there. The cost of a personal trainer there. I don't know the cost of a personal trainer. Never had one. Probably could use one, but never had one. I feel like they're affordable. I remember looking at the package and thinking, oh, I could do this. But then it was the commitment of being there every day on time. And boy, I tell you what, that's something I struggle with, being on time. I watched a video of people driving in Mexico City and was like, heck no. If Mexico City in Merida, they child, the exact same driving. Do you shop at local markets for food or regular grocery store? Both. I shop at both of them. It's mountain. It does have an airport, but the temperature is more moderate year round. I don't know that. That's a no for me. That sounds like cold. It's nice, very kid friendly, but it's not hot enough for pools. Oh, nope. Nope. They have an international airport. Nope, that's a no for me. Nope. Because moderate climate means cold. Anything below 70, anything below 75. The other day it was like 74 in the morning, and like it was freezing in the house in my mind. Yeah, not you should, but if you put in for your passports and then like a month by the tickets to go to Mexico, you can passport same day for 3 days. Yeah, but you also got to pay that expedited fee. You also got to pay that additional 100 something expedited fee. And so, yeah, because I had to pay the expedited passport fee for my baby when her passport was lost. What's the average temperature at night in Merida? Child, it varies. The temperature, like right now, is getting down to the 70s every night. Like it feels good. Like last night it was like 82 something. We went to the park, we did a little park meetup with some other moms and kids, and it got down to 82. This morning I think I woke up, it was like 77 or something like that. Y'all agrees, not at night. No, not at night. Listen, I don't know where people be going between 11 and 4. The locals don't go anywhere between 11 and 4 unless they have to work. So I'm trying to figure out why non-locals won't be going out doing stuff between 11 and 4. Sit down, go find somewhere and sit down. Take you a nap, have your lunch, take you a nap, read a book, you know, return your emails, do something. But sit down between 11 and 4. I don't know where y'all going. Do fall cool weather, but not winter cold. I can barely do winter. I can't barely do fall, but winter, You know, moving from LA to Dallas, I grew up in Arkansas, right? So I was like, oh, Dallas, I can do this. And our first winter there, they had the snowmageddon. Baby, oh, no. Didn't know how to survive and make it through it. Pipe bursting. They putting sand on the road because they don't have salt. It was a disaster. Do you hear me? A disaster. You know, I can't do that. It's no for me. It's absolute no for me. What's the best way to budget with two currencies? Make your budget in pesos. Um, okay, so what I do? I know how much everything is for the month. Now I don't know exactly this month because it probably won't stabilize itself for like the first 90 days because my utility bill, since the house is new, is gonna be the first utility bill. It's probably gonna be a lot lower than you know what I'm saying. So it's gonna take me a minute to mellow into that. And I also don't have a water bill here. I do have now an internet bill. So, and I figure out how much that is in pesos, and then I convert it to USD, and then I divide it by 15, and that's my bill budget. My first couple months that I was here last year, I figured out how much I was spending on Uber, how much I was spending on groceries, things like that. Again, it takes you like your first month or two to figure out like, okay, really gelling into what we're gonna do, what we're not gonna do. And then I made that my grocery and activities budget. And then I did the exact same thing. And at that time I was doing, I think 17, but now I do 15 because US dollar looking sketchy these days. And that's how much I make my budgets when I convert from USD to pesos and transfer it to my Mexican bank. That's what I do. So I know how much I'll have. And starting this month, I'll be trying to just convert the entire amount and use my Mexico bank account exclusively, so I don't have to worry so much as though about those transfer fees. After new my residence, so coming back will be fun. Okay. Just for me, I would like to be around a little more greenery, and it seems in Merida, it seems all the greenery is in the backyard. No. Okay. No, it's plenty. We went to what's the name of that? Francisco de Montejo. Like their parks were like covered in greenery. Like it was very green over there. You can move a little further out, Blue Cacao, where I'm at. There's trees on all three sides of me. Um, Nature. There's a deer, not just a deer. I don't know how many deer it is. I do think that one of the deer is the same one because it got like the same little white thing right on the chest. But yeah, I see deer every day where I live at. So it depends on where you want to live at. Sometimes you just gotta walk around, and you do have to walk around. Yes, you need to get out and walk neighborhoods. I know it seems counterintuitive, but that's how you're gonna find the good rental places. That's how you're gonna find the little hidden gem food spots. That's how you're gonna find. Like I said, we was just looking at a place, um, in Francisco de Montana. No, it was Chaverna. It was in Chaverna. We was looking at a place, and we were waiting. You know, we got there a few minutes early, so we went to go walk around and see, where everything was. And we walked by, and there's a trapeze studio, and they do aerials, silks, stuff like that, and they have classes and stuff like that. So never even knew that existed here, but now I know. So now we're gonna start taking classes there once a week. Um, but yeah, Central. If you're in the Central area, you're not gonna find it. Have you had any kind with snakes or lizards? Not snakes. We ain't had no encounters with snakes. I do buy snake away, and I use it liberally. Lizards. I saw a lizard up on my back wall the other day. But like the little geckos, they be all over the place. I think I remember saying you wouldn't move to Tamazon North. I wouldn't move to Tamazon. Everybody I know that's in Amazon move out there because the prices are good and the houses are beautiful. And they get out there and they get caught up on the luxury and the beauty. And next thing they know, we moving. Like nobody ever stays. I don't know anybody that's like, I'm staying in Amazon, right? You will most likely need a car, or because it takes Ubers a while to come get you, or connect with a driver or something like that. But yeah, nobody I know goes to Amazon and stays in Amazon. Like they'll stay. Like some people even break their lease. But nobody goes to. I don't know anybody that goes to Amazon and stays in Amazon. Like I said, they're beautiful places. You can get the bells and whistles out there, but there's nothing there. There's always that one OXO, right? There's always that one OXO. Um, but yeah, that there's nobody I know stays out there. Not because the places are bad or landlords or people or anything. It's just proximity to everything. Amazon is further out. So if you like to go a little more, then yes. But you know what? That reminds me. I'm gonna do a YouTube video on it. But um, everybody says, "Oh, I want to live somewhere where everything is in walking distance," right? And then come to find out, these people don't walk anywhere. These people are not walk anywhere type people. Like if they go to the corner, they taking an Uber. Like they're not walk anywhere. They're not. Oh, let's walk around. They're not those people. They gonna take an Uber every single time or get in their car every single time. Be honest with yourself. Be honest. Am I really gonna walk around? Am I gonna do that? How comfortable are you with the language? Reading street signs, asking for directions. Some people really shortchange themselves. Oh, I have to live in the periphery because I want to live right down the street from everything, and that stuff be right down the street, and they still take an Uber. So be honest with it. It's too hot. It's too hot. I can't. It's too hot. It's too hot. Be honest with yourself before you go to shortchanging yourself. Because if you don't need realistically, you looking at your lifestyle and you don't walk anywhere now, and just because you don't have a car, you're getting them $2, $3, $4 Ubers. Don't do that to yourself. Go ahead and just move a little further out and get everything that you want. The last time I was there, I was more to get my residency card. Yeah, you was on a business mission. One thing I love, you can paint, do construction, all on the house, and most don't care. Renovations, yeah. My last place I was at, I did like all renter friendly stuff, and they were like, leave everything there. They were like, everything you did, just leave it. Don't touch it. Leave everything you did there, because it made it just look, more modern than what it really was. But it was all like renter friendly, DIY type things that I did that just spruced up the place and made it more to my liking. But yeah, you can do that. They don't mind if you paint or any of that stuff or whatnot. No corner stores. A lot of neighborhoods have corner stores, but are you really gonna walk to the corner store? Some people don't walk to the corner. If you don't walk to the corner store at home, if you don't even walk in your own neighborhood at home, you don't take an afternoon stroll or early morning stroll. Don't do that to yourself. Go ahead, move a little further out, get more bang for your buck. Go ahead and do that, because if not, you just cheating yourself because everybody says it. I think that's the you said the buzzword. That's a buzzword. Oh, I need to be in walking distance. Walking distance became a buzzword. When in reality, are you gonna walk the distance? Nope, you're not. You're not gonna walk. You're not gonna walk at all. That's not in your nature. If you're not a walker, you're not an active person. You don't like to get hot and sweaty. Don't do that to yourself. Just go ahead and move a little further out, and you'll be okay. I'm not saying move all the way out here where I'm at, because I might be too far for a lot of people, but you could do Cholula or something like that. But no, I wouldn't do Amazon. I would not do Amazon at all. Just me personally. But go see it. Check it out for yourself. You may get out there and fall in love and be okay. All these things depend on the person. Just because I wouldn't do it doesn't mean that it won't work for you and your family. You know what I'm saying? So do what works for you in your house. This shirt is killing me. I feel so exposed. What's the typical age group there? I don't know. I have no clue. I mean, technically, you could say from 0 to whatever old. You know, I feel like it's age group for everybody. I don't think there's just a typical group. Some people say it's only married is for families, married is for families, and then I think about it, I'm like, what specifically makes it for families? I always question that. Now, the married is only for family. Like, if you want to go clubbing every night, if you that type of person, then maybe Merida is not for you. You know, if you're the type of person that's always in the club, you need to be, you know, in a Cancun or a Playa or Tulum or something like that. Yeah, you know, you need to be somewhere like that. But I also think you could find it here if you wanted it. But yeah, they would say, "Oh, Merida's for families," and I'm just like, what specifically is just for families that makes Merida so family oriented? Oh, I like to be out a lot. Out doing what? What do you like to be out doing? Is what I want to know. So I don't know. Again, I don't know. I guess I fall in the family category, but it's too easy to get a nanny. So I don't know. I'm also old now, so I guess I don't see the appeal of going out. I didn't even go out for 5, 8 nights a week when I was young, so I don't know. It's a me. Maybe it's a me thing. I don't know. Yeah. Okay. Well, I appreciate everyone for tuning in and for the super chat. I thank you all so much. We've been on an hour and 15 minutes. So, uh-oh. Did my dog have a hard time adjusting? Now, he does not like the outside, but he didn't like the outside. He didn't like the outside in the States. I don't know. He said he doesn't like it. You know, he funny acting. And my baby does have allergies too. I cook his food for him. He has allergies, down poodles, but when he goes to the pet hotel, they can stay inside or outside. He's always outside. But when he was at home, like today, I was working with my plants on the patio, and he was outside, and then he's like, and I'm like, open the door so he can go back inside. He has to be inside with the cool air. He doesn't want to be outside with me in the heat. So I don't know. He funny acting. I don't really think I think he just be frying. I don't know. Don't ask me. I don't know. But yeah, he said he adjusted just fine. Dog food is expensive here. Yeah, dog food is expensive here. And I couldn't get his brand here. So I just started cooking his food for him. So, but dog food is expensive here. You have to figure out what the Mexico comparative is for dog foods, or you gotta be willing to spend. That Royal Canin was hitting me $50 a month for a little, little 7 pound. I think he's like 7 pounds now. 7 pound dog. He gained a little weight since he been here. So yeah, like dog food is expensive. Oh, thank you, Kinetics, for the super chat. I appreciate it. Thank you. All right, everyone. I'm gonna get off. If you have any questions, leave in the comment section. I'll try and jump back on tomorrow and check it. But yeah, I'm gonna get off and wash my face and chill with my family. Probably gonna have to home cook too. So and shoot. Yeah, you probably gonna have to home cook. Yeah, if you got a finicky dog, or pay that. And it's cheaper here to cook their dog food as well. I found out Jess had a chicken allergy when I got here. He was on lamb and rice in the States, and then I got here and I started getting him chicken. Worst thing I ever did. Okay. All right, everyone. Thank you for watching. Until next time, everybody. I post, my upload schedule is Sundays, Tuesdays, Thursdays. They post at 7 a.m. Mountain Standard Time. And I think we came to a conclusion that lives are now on Thursday, 6 p.m. Mountain Standard Time. Thank you all for watching. Until next time. Bye.